Aquarius, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late December 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we can dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Aquarius collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guides and spirit team, talk to me. What do we got for the Aquarians as we're in the holiday spirit over here, getting very close to the new year? What's going on for my good friends? What energies, messages, insights can you take a peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Aquarius in late December. We're getting pretty close to your birthday too, my friends. I hope you're getting ready. But let's see what the energies are. What do we got? Thank you. Yeah, I've been picking this up for all the air signs here. This is a very straightforward, let's go, let's get it going. It's very fiery to me, which can be nice. It could be very much motivated, but there's a little unpredictability to this energy too. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the December subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this card. So we see this strong divine feminine figure here. She is pointing off in a certain direction, and she's like, yeah, no, this way. This is where I'm going. This is what I'm doing. It is very, very decisive. So for a lot of Aquarians in this time, I just feel like a fiery burn, very similar to like Chariot energy or even Emperor energy, where it's like, nope, this is the direction. This is the path. So for some of you, there could be something you were getting very definitive about, or knowing like, no, this is how it's supposed to go. Now, for a lot of you with all this fired up energy, it feels very passionate, very driven. That could be very good for getting things done. So for a lot of Aquarians, you might have a little extra burst of that fiery energy within you, but there's an unpredictability to it as well, right? Fire energy, it's very explosive, it's very up and down, back and forth. So when I see this, there's an aggression to it. So like, I see things getting done, I see things happening, I get a decisive, strong energy as well, but there's also a certain aggression to it. So just know in this time, your temper might be a little hot when this card is here, but I do like this for the future. To me, this is a great card when we're looking at future things, future endeavors, what you got coming down the line. So we're just going to leave it at that for now. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card here doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up here one time for Aquarius. And while we do, let's talk about last week's reading. It was a bit of a doozy last week, my friends. The reading was titled A Big Rejection. Okay, now I'm not saying that you were about to get rejected or someone, or you're about to reject another person or something. To me, it was more so a rejection of either a situation, an energy, a behavior. To me, it felt like someone putting a wall up in regards to something. So just know if that hasn't happened for you, the energy could bleed over for a couple weeks where either just someone's behavior, it's like, ugh, putting a wall up, or to me, there was just a rejection of something. So we're going to see what shows up for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else's, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards here for Aquarius, please. In late December, what's the vibe? Quick, super quick. All right, we're starting with a really positive card, which seems to be a theme. I've been seeing that for all the fellow air signs, is that they start really good. Love this 9 of Cups. This is really, really nice. Let's hope it holds up, right? I'm going to get that there right next to the amethyst. Let's keep it moving. So that is a great way to start. What do we have here? What is going on? Thank you. And I mentioned this card by name. There it is. We have the Chariot in position number 2, a big card of action, movement. Let's get one more. Okay, the energy is rising. The energy is intense. The energy is rising. Okay. 7 of Swords here on the back end. So there's definitely an aspect of the unknown that we want to definitely look at. So it's like all the air sign readings fit a very similar format this week, where it's like we're starting really nice, we're starting really good. Then there's something we still want to keep a very close eye on when we get to the back. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. But at first look, first glance, elementally, I'm liking it. It's a lot of internal energy. I mean, we're starting here with 2 water cards with the 9 of Cups and the Chariot. That's the realm of feelings. It's the realm of emotion. creativity. It's very artistic. And we also have swords here on the back end with that Seven of Swords. We're going to want to really keep a close eye on that Seven of Swords. I could tell you that. Swords, that's the realm of logic, the thought process, but also communicating. So let's just go through piece by piece, because I feel like, yeah, there's a lot of internal things, but there's differences in the energy, and it moves suddenly. It's like we're starting good, then there's like, boom, energy bursting. Then there's this unknown factor on the back end. So let's just go through. So position number 1, Nine of Cups, beautiful. One of my favorite cards in the whole entire deck. This is a card of wish fulfillment. Look how happy our friend John Travolta is right there. He's chilling. He has all of his cups. He's comfy. He's cozy. This is a welcoming energy. It's someone that's in a comfortable place. So when I see this, I think of wins. I think of victories. I think of something you're wanting to manifest and just feeling comfortable with it. So whether it's comfortable with a situation, comfortable with the direction you're going, this is really nice. Now, where we get to the challenge of the Nine of Cups, sometimes it could represent overindulgence. So for some Aquarians out there, you might want to party it up a little more so than you normally do, or overindulge in certain things or certain activities. The Nine of Cups is usually very welcoming and nice. Okay, so it's affectionate, it's loving. So it's important to be nice, but don't be too nice. If you get my drift, that's kind of what this energy says. It's like, yeah, be nice, but not too nice. Okay, because you don't want anyone taking advantage when this card is here. So we'll talk about it. I feel like it's a good thing to start us off. Now, moving to the center, very powerful. We have the Chariot, which, I mean, a lot of the stuff I was saying about this card in the very beginning, that still fits. So we see that individual there in a chariot, ready to rock, ready to go. Now, the zodiac sign that this connects to is the Cancerians, the Cancer Collective. So if you're not connected to one, if you don't have Cancer placements, to me, it's a card of action. It's a card of movement. It is the fastest card in the whole entire deck. So fast, it's almost like the Tower, where it could be a shock. It's either coming or going, and it's moving quick. There's no slow mode when it comes to this. So it's like explosive, it's fast, it's shocking, it's just extremely, extremely powerful. Now, this could also represent distance. It could also represent travel. It could represent separation in the physical when this card is here. But I like it. I mean, when we get to the challenge of the Chariot, though, I always remind people that chariots were initially an instrument of war, right? People used to go to battle in a chariot. So sometimes it could be aggressive, very fired up, unpredictable. All the things I was saying about that other card still reign true with this. So we want to look at it. Now, moving to the back end, the big thing that we're going to want to look at in this reading, which could most definitely be a warning, whether about a situation or a person, is the Seven of Swords. Now, you know me, I always like to take a nice down the middle take when it comes to cards. So we're going to start with the positives of the Seven of Swords. We see this little guy right here. He's wearing a fez, and he is making away with all these swords. In the positive, this could just be a mystery card. Like I said, we do have the Chariot. That's unpredictable. It's shocking. This could just represent something either you don't know it yet, or there's something that's just outside of your view. Sometimes it's like, oh, I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know how it's going to wind up. It's a mystery to me. That's the most positive aspect of this card. But the Seven of Swords could also represent someone that maybe you shouldn't really trust too much. It could represent thieves. It could represent snakes in the grass, people that are not super trustworthy. It could be a big warning, something you should be skeptical of. So we will see. I mean, again, you see what I'm saying? It's like we have such good positive energy. And then this on the back end, it's like, I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing just yet, but it's just like, well, I don't know yet. So let's see. We're going to keep digging here. So I want to dive deeper on all of it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for my Aquarians. Let's see what's happening. What is happening? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Nine of Cups. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Aquarius, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, let's see what the Nine of Cups has for us. Why is that Nine of Cups here? Okay. I mean, it feels good to me, but this is another theme I've been picking up with a lot of air signs, is the second guessing, or is Was this too good to be true? Is it too good to be true? It's like giving me that vibe, because usually the Queen of Wands in the upright, she's very confident. She's very decisive. Like I was saying with that first card, in this one, there's like a decisive energy. When she shows up in reverse, not so much. So for a lot of Aquarians in this time, there could be certain situations that are going to push you out of your comfort zone. That's the main thing I'm picking up here. Either that or there's a second guessing that's happening. Okay, whether it's you or somebody else, where it's like, am I really happy though? Am I kind of glad I did that? Did I make the right move? That's one side of the message I'm picking up here in a big way. But at the same time, for some of you, yeah, this is still good energy, but you're going to have to get out of your comfort zone or get out of your bubble to really attain a big victory that you want. I mean, sometimes things come into our lives and it's very magnetic. We don't have to push too hard for it. There could be a situation coming up soon where you're going to have to get out of your comfort zone if you want it to go optimal. Now, the Queen of Wands in reverse is not always a terrible thing. It's her in reverse under the Nine of Cups. It could be someone who's like, no, I'm happy here. I'm happy with how things are, and I want to keep it the same. And if that's the case, cool. If you're in any situations where it's like, no, I don't want it to change. You know, I'm content. I'm happy with how things are. Awesome. Then there is no need to want to change it. Cool. Then you don't have to get out of your comfort zone. But let's just keep moving. I don't want to come off too preachy. You know what I mean? So those are like the main 3 messages I'm picking up there. Let's keep going. We'll talk about it more during the recap. But let's see why the Chariot's here. Why is the Chariot in the mix? Please. Quick. Very quick. Very, very quick, rapid. We have the Knight of Swords, another extremely fast. This is like a shocking shift or change of some sort. So I'm not sure if this is something that like has already happened or is coming in for a lot of Aquarians, but it's like, okay, that went from 0 to 100 real quick. That was like a shocking change or a shift of some sort, or even a situation, because these 2 cards are right up there with the same type of speed. Whereas this one, it's like, no, I'm cool, I'm chilling, I'm doing my thing. This one is not so much. I'm telling you that. Now, the Knight of Swords shares a lot of similarities with this Chariot here in the center, and it's just shockingly fast. So again, it's like ready or not, here it comes type of energy. Now, I'm definitely wanting to get over to that 7 of Swords even more. Now, the Knight of Swords, that's a card that could represent you, because as I'm sure a lot of you know, even though Aquarius is the water bearer, you are an air sign. This is air sign energy. So it's like, it's extremes. It's like this energy, it's not really doing much, it's chilling, then it's doing everything. So I feel for a lot of you, it could be either a shocking change or just something that it's going to take time to adjust to. So if it is a shocking situation or something shifts, it's like, no, this is different. It's going to take a little time to adjust to this energy, because it goes from 0 to 100, nothing to everything. There are very strong extremes of energy. Now, for some of you, this could work out real good. Maybe this is something you're wanting. For some of you, not so much. I mean, let's just go in on the 7 of Swords and see if we get more information, because I've been looking at that since the very beginning. And I still feel like the energy is a little up in the air, where it's like, yeah, I mean, for some Aquariuses, this could be awesome, but for some, it might be very uncomfortable, very uncomfortable. So let's see what the 7 of Swords has. And we'll do a recap before we get into the shadow. So what is happening? What is up with that 7 of Swords, please? Thank you. Lady Justice, cool. I like this. Libra energy, that is a very complementary type of energy. Something being made right, absolutely. For a lot of you, I was talking about this shocking shift or change in the center. Lady Justice is karmic, and she does speak about energy shifting in the proper way. Now, for the Aquarians out there, and this might be a very small number of those watching, it's a very niche type of message I'm picking up here. If there has been somebody in your past that is like truly, purposefully, maliciously has done you wrong in some sort of way, with like malice behind it. When I see the 7 of Swords with Lady Justice, it's like, no, that will come to light, or that will be made right. Karma is going to strike. Okay, like it's something that if it's unfair, it's not going to remain in the shadows forever. So I do feel someone getting served up a dose of karma, and it happens very rapidly, where it's like, oh, I'm chilling, I'm not doing much, then boom, this karmic shock of energy comes in like really quick. But for another portion of you, if you have been going through things that have been pushing you out of your comfort zone, or you have been going through adjustments, and it's like, what the heck's going on here? Like, why is this happening? Why are all these things happening? I feel like the universe's hands are at play, and you don't quite see it yet. I mean, you could rarely see the forest through the trees, right? It's giving me like one of those vibes. It's like you're on the journey and you can't quite see the destination. The karmic energy, the universal energy is going to do right by you. That's the big thing I'm picking up here. Okay, so just apply it to whatever situations you're dealing with, and if there's anything where it's been done wrong, it's going to be made right in one way or another. But for those of you that are having a hard time adjusting to a certain time period or certain energy, you will. You will. Like there is a change or something happening for a reason. There's a very good reason for it. So let's go through and do a quick recap. I feel like this is a very layered reading. So again, only take what fits for you. It could be someone else completely. You know how it goes. But position number one, we're starting with the Nine of Cups and the Queen of Wands in reverse. And this gave me a lot of things. All of these energies made me feel a lot of things. But this energy here in the front end, sure, it could just be somebody where maybe they're second guessing, like, did I do the right thing? Did I make the right move? Am I really happy? It's like giving me one of those vibes. Another thing I was picking up here is someone needing to get out of their comfort zone if they want something to shift and change. But I also get a vibe of someone saying like, well, I like something the way it is. I like it how it is. I like how it's set up, and I'm comfortable here. Moving to the center, regardless of all of those feelings, we have this shocking energy come through with the Chariot and the Knight of Swords. Super powerful, super intense. Now, for some Aquariuses, yeah, this could be a shocking change or a shift of some sort. But a big vibe I was picking up here, there could be certain things that are coming up that you might need some time to adjust to them, because it goes from like so quiet to so intense so quickly. Moving to the back end, we have the Seven of Swords with Lady Justice in reverse. I said for those of you that have been done wrong by someone, especially in a malice way where they purposely did some damage, the universe has got your back. Someone's going to get served up a dose of karma for sure. But for others of you that are on a journey or going through certain things, you might not understand why certain things have happened. You might not understand why certain things played out the way they did. This is reassurance to me that the universe has its hand. The universe, God, whatever we want to call the great energy, has its hand in play. And you will understand one day. You will understand why something went down the way it did. So yeah, please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Lots of different messages there. Let's see what's in the shadows. And then yeah, let's shuffle it up here and see what shadow card we have for you. So lots of things showing up, Aquarius. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They can be a good thing too. So let's get you one. And if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel. I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this shadow card out here. What do we got for my Aquarians, please? Thank you. High Priestess. So for a lot of you, this is a huge card that shows up when you might be experiencing a lot of energetic sensitivity. But another thing with her, she is a secretive, reclusive type of card, similar to that Seven of Swords, where she can represent mystery, the unknown, the unseen. She is the card of psychics, intuitives, and tarot readers. So of course, I do feel for a lot of you, there's either something coming down the pipeline where it's like, I don't understand it. I can't make logical sense about it. And I think that's okay for now, because you will understand it. That's how this all feels to me. Now, the High Priestess in her shadow side can sometimes be very secretive. I'm not saying that you are. I'm not saying that somebody else is being that way, but I want you to know that she's a card that's very comfortable in the shadows. She is very, very comfortable when she's chilling in the shadows. But aside from that, I feel like for a lot of Aquarians, you're going to be extra sensitive to energetic stimulus in this time, whether it's the people you surround yourself with, places you are. It's like the energy affecting in a big way. So protect your energy in this time. So yeah, Aquarius, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the December subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check out my digital calendar and book one at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. But for the December subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 3 copies of one of my favorite decks, the Everyday Witches Tarot. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, what do you want Santa Claus to bring you this year for Christmas? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.